All right, welcome to episode 82, 83, 82. I believe this is 82, but whatever, it's more for me than it is for you. Of my FX Buddies, the podcast. And I say podcast because there's also video content, there's a blog, and the blog is at myfxbuddies.blogspot.com or myfxbuddies.com, but you have to use HTTPS as in Sam. All right. Also, Spotify.com has video if you're a paying subscriber, I guess, and, audio if you're not, or whatever. I don't know. I don't have a subscription there, but I'm my FX Buddies, and of course, when I start recording, the fire truck comes. So, I apologize for that. Anyway, okay. So it is okay. RSS.com has a transcript. My FX Buddies there. And what's the other? Rumble's where the video is. The video that's on the blog is hosted on Rumble. And there's one more. Oh, YouTube. If you are listening to this on YouTube, and yes, I said listening because you're not actually seeing the video. There's a box there that appears to be a video, but if you look below that box and you'll see the word more, click on the word more, and another little box comes down, and there's a link to the blog where you can see everything, the articles in full, the video, everything is there. All right, and anywhere you're listening, if there's a description, info, more box, a link to the blog should be there. All right, got all that. Now it's Sunday, and not a darn thing happened, right? Some people were really expecting, well, they were supposed to start selling the dollar to the travelers, right? That was supposed to happen, and, quite possibly a rate change, quite possibly new currency out, but nope, none of that happened. Why? Who knows? Maybe it wasn't going to happen to begin with. Well, no, I can't explain to you why they moved the selling of the dollars to Monday, July 15th, because there is a holiday, was a holiday today that it's one of those ones where they say prophet, whoever, peace be upon him. So that's a major one. When they have those and they say that, well, they've been celebrating this for I don't know how long, and all of a sudden, it was not on the Iraqi official holiday schedule. So that didn't sit well with the people who celebrate that. And let me tell you, they celebrate. They do these dances. Well, they're kind of like dances that look like fights. And they sling swords and sticks and flags. And yeah, it's a big deal to the ones that celebrate it. So they were in the streets celebrating, like they were going to celebrate. So yesterday, about halfway through the day yesterday on Saturday, they announced about 8 of the governances would close in honor of that holiday. So they moved that. There's other demonstrations, angry, even in the description of the demonstrations, it says angry demonstrations because of electricity. But I didn't see where they set anything on fire. But, they were promised this year they'd have the most, what's the word? The most consecutive electricity ever. And Well, I'll say in 20 years, because I don't know what the situation was like before we got there, right? So I'll say in 20 years, and apparently that's not happening. So, yeah. All right. So that's it. So we'll get into it. No Gazette, nothing in the Gazette, which that didn't surprise me, but in case I'm just trying to do like a summary for those who don't want to listen to the whole. Um, so Parliament will not have any official meetings this week because Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is another holiday. And it's another one of those big ones where people come. That's the travelers. That's the travelers that need the dollars, right? It's Ashura, Ashura, or Arborine. It goes by those two names. So that's this week. So nothing from Parliament this week. Nothing official is the wording they used. So it'll probably be a slow week, but we'll see, right? Today is only Sunday. Okay, all right, so we'll get into this. The title article, Iraq moves to break dollar registrations. Sorry, I don't know why I said registrations. Dollar restrictions in crucial talks with Washington. So there's still, you know what? I don't know. They may still be here. I didn't see any articles that said Aaliyah Locke went back or the foreign minister. So they may still be here working on this. Let's see. Iraq has begun a round of talks in Washington with representatives of the US Treasury Department to address issues related to restrictions imposed on the dollar, according to what Iraqi Foreign Minister Fawad Hussein announced during a press conference broadcast by Al Iraqiyya TV. And I wish I used to be able to get that, but I can't get it anymore. All right. You know what? Maybe if I check on Roku. Anyway, I just had an idea. All right. So he described the meetings as very useful, noting that they would continue topics set for future discussions, include further talks on the list of Iraqi banks subject to U.S. sanctions and the status of Iranian funds accumulated in Iraq. There are serious steps to resolve these issues. So, doesn't sound good, right? Sounds like they had forward movement, but they're not totally resolved. But, these, and let me just say, I do know there were some shots fired yesterday, okay? And I do know it is historical, but this channel here is about Iraqi dinar and its news articles, okay? So I am aware that today is a different world than what it was yesterday, but there's so many other places you can go to hear about that, right? Okay, so I just wanted to say that. All right, and trust me, it is all over Iraq's news. All of the news, the TV, when I say news, I mean the articles. It's in their social media. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. Oh, they're so creative with their memes. They happen to think favorably of, uh, but anyway, so I'm not an idiot. I do know what happened, okay? But this is to discuss Iraqi articles. Okay, all right, I just wanted to say that. Okay, so here is Rashid Bank announces the start of selling dollars to travelers next Monday, but it's really Monday, right? And it says right here, July 15th. Now, these two articles, so it's Rashid and Rafidan, the two of the three, I'll say, largest state banks. See, they're going to start July 15th as well. It didn't say why there. Those two articles came out first and later, and I may have it here, I may not. Later it explained why. Okay, let's see. And then they put out a letter, see this official document here, explaining the commissions. So I do believe they're going to start tomorrow, but we'll see, right? But so because I don't recall seeing this, there was a um, there was a memo about this FITR financial transactions platform that everyone was all excited about. Um, but it's not. Um, let me see. It's already been in effect. This has nothing to do with the rate. It has nothing to do with the RV. It's just a platform. So I don't know. Well, I do know why. Some people just get excited about everything, right? Okay. But anyway, but I don't recall them putting out the commissions like that. So that leads me to believe they really are going to move forward. Okay, this is something they definitely wanted the people to see. This is a Chinese group, CETC, expresses interest in Iraq's infrastructure and economic projects. So this seems to be another group. They specialize in energy, construction technology, and infrastructure that wants to do new contracts uh, because they already have contracts that we have approved, right? So I think this is a new company, but there were lots of articles. They definitely wanted people to see this, the citizens to see this. Okay, so these are mostly from today. Let's see, Prime Minister, the government has adopted an economic approach in opening up to productive partnerships. So this is, again, that Chinese group, I believe. Yeah. Let's see, but there was something. The economic approach adopted by the government in opening up to productive partnerships and developing the investment environment in Iraq in a way that suits international companies, attracts investments, enhances partnership with the Iraqi private sector, and provides supportive sovereign guarantees. So there's some phrases in there that wasn't in the other article, but it's the same picture and everything. So Sudani's there meeting with that representatives from that group. Parliament complains of U.S. intentionality behind continued sanctions on Iraqi banks. We have no defect. So they're like, again, here's another article. It's the Americans. Blame it on the Americans. They are holding us up, interfering. We've done everything we're supposed to do, right? Which they have. So there's that. I always think it's funny when not funny, but it shows how far they've come, right? I always say because 10 years ago, these people, whoever this is, he wouldn't have been out on TV or whatever. There's two, I think they talked to two people, this Kadimi person and then a Hussein person. They wouldn't have been saying that so boldly about 10 years ago. And here's another announcement about the banks that are going to sell the dollars to the travelers. And it's there's 19 branches. But actually, yeah, these might be branch names. Oh wait, I think, yeah, here it is down here. So, and I'm sure they have those who can qualify to go. I'm sure they have plenty of ways to find them. All right. Also, Donnie invites Saudi and Egyptian businessmen to invest in hotels and entertainment facilities. So the Saudis are investing big time in Iraq. And also, Sudani wants to bring together Erdogan and, oh, I can see his face. He's really tall and thin. Damascus is there. Syria or Assyria. I think it's Assyria in the Bible, right? But now it's just called Syria. So apparently they haven't gotten along for a long time for whatever reason. And Sadani wants to bring them together. So see how they're being mediator to countries of the world, even though they're not fully back in their rightful financial place. All right. Why did Iraq stop dealing in the Chinese yuan? And here's this person, this Kazemi person's been talking loud. Basically, they're saying it's political. We, again, governed by American will, they're saying that there was too much business happening in the yuan, so we stopped it. See, during the past period, there have been major manipulations of China's affairs. So, but yeah, whatever. It is what it is. So, this is Iraqi delegate. Oh, wait, is this the Bloomberg article? Let me see. No, Bloomberg has some short articles sometimes. This, I can't remember where this article was posted, but you see it's long and the words are little. Well, it's probably a 10, right? The font is a size 10. But this guy here in the picture is John Bass, U.S. Undersecretary of State for Political and Administrative Affairs, John Bass. So there, and this was yesterday, I believe, Iraq to discuss Hussein in a televised statement. So it's another article about that. But see here, we'll bring together Syrian and Turkish officials at a dialogue in Baghdad to restore relations between the two countries. But what I don't like is, why was that announced here? It makes it look like we're directing it. I mean, I don't care about that, but if I'm an Iraqi citizen, I don't want to see America dictating to you, Fuad Hussein, my foreign minister, what to do, right? And that's what it looks like. But whatever. So we'll see if that happens. And also indicating an Iraqi military delegation will visit Washington soon to discuss the security agreement and the future of the international coalition. So there's a lot here. See this word here that I don't say. And Lebanon's here. And after a while, I'm probably going to stop saying Lebanon. Yeah, so pretty lengthy, lots of details, lots of people named. So for people who like that article's there. Government advisor, the stability of the dinar exchange rate against the dollar is real and solid. So again, here's Mohammed Saleh coming out here. Don't believe what you see. Don't believe that. Well, today's Sunday, so it opened and closed under 1500. So high 1490s, 1480s. That is so like 1492.5 dinars per dollar, right? But there he is. He has to assure people, no, I know what you see, but remember, we have reserves, we have gold, so we are on the ball, and this rise is just temporary. All right. Here, Iraq, second in oil exports to India. So India's in the picture, and I wonder if that is in agreement with us to keep disarray in the BRICS nation, right? Because India is trying to move. Well, actually, India, it's been reported, has more people than China now, and they're trying to move up in status, I guess. I hope you know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, we do all of Iraq's oil deals, so I'm believing we're in on that. Okay, what is this? Here's another. Oh, so here's more about the Jordanian banks. And some people in Iraq feel we're giving more favor, but what's another word for favor that the world uses? Um, Special privileges? Privileges. There we go. Privileges to the Jordanian banks that the Iraqi, banks are not getting. And there's 2 articles about that. Oh, you know what? Maybe I only put one. Or I just didn't put them together. But I think there's 2 articles about that. Okay. Here's the Bloomberg article. So the only reason that I get not excited, but encouraged. So here's the title. Iraq in talks with US Treasury over banks and dollar restrictions. So because they're talking about this, which is nothing really to be talking about, it makes me think that when the RV does happen, Bloomberg is going to have some kind of announcement. And the business, the business channels will have some kind of announcement, I believe. And then they also talk about how we halted transactions in yuan. Look at this. Subscription to the Iraqi credit bank begins. They have announced that citizens can buy shares. The bank confirmed that the subscription is open to shareholders and the public. So they're moving right along. This is a little lengthy, but stability of the dollar exchange rate between the targeting of the central bank and the impact of regulatory and random variables. So I was able to get this guy's picture and his name here. I finally figured out how to do it. And he hate them. See how his name is hate them? Hate them. But I'm sure that's probably not how they pronounce it, but that's how I remember. And then he's got 4 names, right? But anyway, he's probably a professor. His vocabulary is a little higher than the average. And these articles are in the economic section. So it's written for a targeted audience, I'll say that. But so he talks about the fluctuation, and there's pauses, predictions, and signals. He talks about an actual exchange rate. So very, very educational. And I wish it spaced out, but it didn't. So it's all together. Maybe I'll go back and fix that. I hate reading things where all the sentences are together. But anyway, so the title of that is, we're almost done too. Stability of the dollar exchange rate between the targeting of the central bank and the impact of regulatory, and I think that's us, right? We're the regulatory variables, and then random variables. Because try as you might, as long as humans are involved in something, there's always going to be random variables, right? All right. Here, we could skip that. But if you want to read that, that's just more about their income they made. Here is a researcher in banking and economic affairs, but it's my buddy, Mustafa Hantoush, and he says there's controversy over foreign bank acquisition of the Iraqi dollar auction, and he explains why. Well, we know why. Fraud, not fraud. What is it? Smuggling, and we know the banks that I think he even says half the banks of the people that go there. Yeah, see, because there's a loophole. The loophole is that the legal article gave absolute authority without addressing that the percentage should be less or more than 49%. So he's complaining, or I shouldn't say that. he's pointing out the facts, and then he talks about even though American banks are involved, Citibank, JP Morgan, even though it says GB Morgan, we know that's JP Morgan. So here's another person just bringing to the forefront the auction is a problem. Not only is it a problem, but here they're pointing out American banks are benefiting from it, which we probably are, and the corrupt Iranian-backed politicians. So maybe that's why they're not in a hurry to revalue the money, because when they do revalue, they're probably going to maybe not get rid of the auctions altogether, but it will be severely, drastically reduced. So they're all, remember what that guy, oh no, but they're making lots of money as long as that auction is open. All right, let's see. Here, this is just the U.S. Consulate in Erbil renews support for digital financial systems. Electronic payments are more secure. Yeah, right. AT&T just got hacked. Who else? There's another place that got hacked, and they even admit, oh yeah, all your information was taken. I mean, I know that's AT&T, but I don't know why they continue to try to fool us to believe that this is digital is good. It's not good. I mean, it's good, but we shouldn't only be digital because clearly they can't protect our information. Anyway, okay, so that's that, but I wanted to show you. So one thing I saw in social media, see this right here? The Iraqi foreign minister announces a new agreement with the US Treasury on this file, and that's all it said. It didn't give me another file. Now, possibly, but I don't like to suppose or presume it's the dollars, selling the dollars to the travelers. Maybe that's it, but I really would, and I was looking and looking and looking, trying my best to get a article about that. I still have not. And then I just wanted to show you, they brought out the big TVs again for some game, some soccer game. So there they are out enjoying the cool evening, and they have chairs, and they're just having a good old time. Look, there's a daughter. I think that's a daughter, probably with her father, just watching the TV, talking. They get bottled water. So I wonder if they have to pay. Probably not. Probably not. But, and look, they're on their phones. Look, their cell phones. Here, this guy, ooh, he shouldn't have his phone right there. I think that's his phone, right? But, yeah, so they're just people just like we are. They want to live a good life, have family, take care of their families, and just live, right? Okay, so that's that. All right, so it was pretty boring, right? You know, I try to bring what I can, try to make it exciting when I can, but I may do a post tomorrow because there's a bunch of articles that came out about the budget schedules, but they don't say anything new. So I didn't, and I wanted, you know, I like to keep these at 30 minutes. So if there's anything, I expect this week to be slow because the 3-day holiday. They even had today. There's a meeting they have every Tuesday, the Council of Ministers meeting. They had that meeting today because they're not going to have it on Tuesday, and something else. So I'm figuring it's all going to be about that holiday. But we'll see. You know, I'll be watching. I'll have my eye on the Gazette. And if there's anything worth reporting, I will report. All right. So for now, I will say enjoy your week. So don't panic if 4 days go by and I don't update. That means there was nothing to update. Okay. Um, which I appreciate. Some people just wonder if I'm okay. I am okay. I um I'm very I'm well protected and yeah, so but I appreciate people praying for me and one, I don't want to say worrying, concerned about me, but I more often than not am okay. If you know me, when people say, "How are you?" What do I say? I'm blessed beyond belief, right? All right. So I just wanted to throw that in there. So thank you, new subscribers. If there's a follow, subscribe, join, whatever button where you are enjoying this content, click that, swipe that, tap that, whatever action you're supposed to take. Then, because I don't update regularly, when I do update, if technology works like it's supposed to, you'll be notified. All right. So again, what is it? Accumulate while we wait for the rate to appreciate. Don't miss any meals and pay all your bills. And enjoy the rest of your morning, night, noon, whatever time frame you're enjoying this content. And until next time.